Love is just a click away. Welcome to the Lover List, where we bring you the best love, dating, and relationship stories Reddit has to offer. Don't be a love spectator. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to join the love parade. 25 female, 27 male. My BF is emotionally dependent on his family, and it's taking a toll on our 3.5-year relationship. Hello everyone and happy holidays. For those that celebrate, I wish you were all well. I, 25 female, am in a relationship with my BF, 27 male, for about 3.5 years. We've been living together for 1.5 years now, in an apartment that's located in his country and 1h long car ride to his parents' home. I'm an MSc student and he has a well-respected job ATM at his parents' city, 1h drive like I said, although he takes a bus with no fees so he doesn't have to pay gas, pays decent though it might not be a permanent position, he'll know in 2 years' time. We're doing well, are happy generally, and we both want to get married in the future. We don't have a specific schedule for that yet, maybe in 4 years when I finish my PhD that I really want to pursue, as we're not engaged yet. Now that I feel like things might get even more serious at one point equals engagement, as more friends asks us when the question will pop up. I got two feelings. At first I was extremely excited for that and hopeful that he'd ask me soon, but lately I caught myself feeling nervous about our future. Due to the fact that so many things have happened between me and his family that I won't mention now, although I can talk about them below or in another post. I'll explain my main concerns currently in my relationship. During a conversation about kids he told me, or should I say announced to me, that he will definitely name our first son. He jokingly says that he'll have 2 sons. He prefers that to a daughter/s, his dad's name. Now keep in mind that he has a brother and I'm an only child, and my dad's name who helps us financially, meaning he was the one that bought us items, best quality and not cheap, needed for our apartment, won't be given to someone, and that makes me sad. He's a wonderful person and been through a lot. He's a respectable man, and the least I could do is to name my child's his name. When I told my BF that at least he should ask about my opinion, he was joking, but at the same time he was quite serious and insisted. Also, we seem to have different views about children upbringing, like for example my BF wants to make them like him, have the same love about fixing cars, but I want them to do much more. Nothing against that, but I'd like them to be good students and study, make it to a good university if they are into that, or if they'd like to be athletes I'll support them and take them to practice, anything they want, but succeed in what they'll decide to do. I just want the best of them, and I know that my BF isn't like that, cause at 17 he was lazy. Now he's struggling and isn't sure about his future job. I want our kids to be grounded but also have a good life with serious goals. That's how I was brought up. Another serious problem that arises is our future house situation. We both want to buy a house and not an apartment when we're financially stable, but he revealed to me that we could live in a house with 2 floors in his parents' plot. Meaning that on one floor me and him will live in, and on the other floor his brother. I have a huge problem with that because his brother doesn't really like me and makes awful remarks when I'm there. I've mentioned that to my BF 1,000 times and he justifies him that he's just weird and has a bad sense of humor. I feel that I'm not understood. Another problem is that he's always helping his parents financially, but that leaves us struggling, or we don't have enough to save for our future. He had taken a loan months before he met me for his parents that he still pays for that each month, and that's an issue. His parents don't help us financially or even emotionally even. Lastly, he spends hours gaming and I'm always the one nagging at this point to do some basic chores in the house. I don't like this and I've told him about it. Things haven't changed drastically. All these issues and some more make me feel hesitant about our future together. I really love him, but there are serious problems. If any of you can share your thoughts and opinions, will help me a little. So, after a lot of thought, sleepless nights and so many tears, I followed your advice and my family's. I broke up with him today. Here's how it went. When he came back from work to our apartment after some time, I explained to him for the last time our problems. He didn't actually say anything special at all. Then, I told him that I need some space until the weekend to think about our relationship, and if I can proceed with this relationship, I'm done emotionally and physically. I just can't anymore. When I needed him the last weeks, he ditched me for some parties and I was left alone at the weekends. When I tried to talk to him, he brushed me off and played games on his PC. I think he may have an addiction. So, when I told him that I'd like for him to go back to his parents tomorrow morning till the weekend, he said okay. Then he just had a 2-hour nap, woke up, saw his suitcase ready, that I've made, stared at me. Meanwhile, I was on the verge of crying and he just broke down. He started crying really hard and that made me feel crushed. I still care about him, I might still love him, and I just hate even now that he was so sad and full of tears. I don't want to see him feeling like this. That made me feel like I'm the bad guy, and to make matters worse, he did try to put the blame on me. He packed some more clothes and I pleaded for him to not drive a 1.5h drive late at night because he is not stable enough. I told him he could leave in the morning. I was a mess and he seemed he was too. We then had a conversation about our problems, and now I'm suddenly the one that is never ever satisfied with what he does, and it's just all in my head. I won't go into more details because it's almost 3 a.m. where I am. I just made so many sacrifices for him, and this is how I'm treated. One of my friends is coming over for the weekend to help me pack the rest of his stuff and be there when he'll come for the last time to get all the rest. I'm emotionally a wreck. I'm extremely sad. My eyes are bulging out from crying too much and I can't sleep. I know it'll pass, but I miss him, although I know he's not good for me. Or maybe I got used to him being with me. I'd like to thank everyone that supported me and given me thoughtful advice. I want to be braver and stronger from now on. I want to feel happy again and I don't want to cry. I want things to get better. TL. DR broke up with my BF. Feel awful, but it's the best for me. Edit. Update 2. Hi guys. I thought that I should give an update for you all as to what happened today. Good news is that everything went smoothly and I wasn't faced with a weird situation. I officially told him it's over yesterday and I invited him to come and grab all the rest. He sounded okay and he didn't want any conflict. We set time and came by. We exchanged 2 or 3 phrases concerning the items that were his. He didn't ask for any chance or anything else, and I guess I was glad because we ended it without any conflict. 2 of his relatives came by, but I didn't meet them. He came in on his own. Also, unfortunately, my friend couldn't come to be with me because she had some problems. It's okay. I handled it on my own, and actually I'm very proud of myself and of my decision. I can do this. My family is happy because they can now feel relieved that I took this decision. Things weren't nice to say the least. I kept my tears until he left my apartment. Then I cried a lot, but it's okay. I want him to be well. I'm still frustrated with the way he treated me, but now it's over. I'm looking forward to my future. Thank you again for all the support that you gave me. I wish you all the best. You did the right thing. I think he's upset that breaking up means change. Not an easy thing for a guy so set in his ways. But the second he began blaming you again for never being satisfied, that's him showing you again that he'll never truly hear you and will never change for you. So true, he never thought that Op could ever leave him, so when that actually happens he couldn't believe, and he knows in his mind that he is guilty, but to make Op more miserable he is putting all the blames on her. Op. It will take time to heal, but you will heal for sure. Lots of love, hug, and great wishes for you. Some people cry during a breakup because they're genuinely sad about the end of the relationship and will miss their partner's company. Some people cry during a breakup because a thing is changing, and change is scary and uncomfortable and they don't want to deal with it. I think your boyfriend is in the latter camp. He wasn't actually interested in you, and didn't even notice that he wasn't spending time with you, but the breakup is forcing unwelcome change into his life and he hates it. That's what those tears were, not tears of heartbreak, but tears of indignation. You're making him break his routine and readjust his life by dumping him. Small wonder he's blaming you for his current discomfort instead of doing any self-reflection. Self-reflection would require interest in, and respect for, you as a person, and he has none. Oh, this was beautifully put. Girl. I broke up with my boyfriend of 3.5 years 7 months ago because of literally these exact same reasons. We picked out an engagement ring and all. After picking out the ring, I really had some bad thoughts that I wanted to disappear, but I couldn't get them out of my mind. I'm also 25. He was 32 at the time. He wanted to buy a house with his brother and his GF and amp, split it, constant video games when he wasn't working. I would stay up all night on the couch until I passed out while he was gaming in the hopes that he would stop like he said he would and spend time with me. He would stay up until 6 a.m. playing games sometimes. WTF? He became my best friend through the years, and breaking up with him was one of the hardest things I've ever done. We were honestly an awesome couple and I learned a lot being with him. I loved a lot being with him. But now I feel a sense of relief knowing that I don't have to be that person he wanted me to be so badly. I was super in love with this dude. A part of me will always love him. I still miss him sometimes. Look at this as a milestone. One step closer to finding the one you are meant to be with. It could be the next person, or the next, so on and so forth. We learn things from relationships we don't settle down in. Take the good and the bad things you have learned and apply them to find a better partner for you. We are in this journey together. Stay strong. Cheers. Wow, it's amazing how what someone is going through might be the same or really similar as your situation. I hope that at 7 months you're at a point that things may be easier getting over them. I miss him too and still have strong feelings about him, but I have to remember the fact that this situation was hurting me emotionally. One step closer, as you said, that's what I'll think about. Thank you for the support. I wish you the best. You're not responsible for his happiness. He had almost 4 years to make you happy and wasn't cutting it. You've communicated your wants and needs and he brushed you off or else decided he was more important. Good riddance. Don't worry about him. His mom will make sure he's taken care of. For now, ghost him and get as much distance as possible. In the coming days/weeks/months he will try and beg for you to give him another chance. Don't do it. He won't change. And then he'll know he can treat you worse and it won't matter. He knows you'll take him back. I had come to the point of thinking that I was in fact responsible for his happiness and forgot about my own wants and needs. He had so many opportunities to make things better from his end but ignored it. I won't give him another chance. There are times throughout the day where I'm crying. It's a roller coaster, but I'll manage. In a relationship, both people should feel they are safe, appreciated, and uplifted. That they are in a mutually beneficial partnership. Sure, no relationship is perfect because we are all different and conflict will arise, but you should have the sense of the relationship at least 80% of the time. You cannot motivate someone to change if they don't want to. You will just become the nag and you will both end up resenting each other. You need to find someone who is better suited to the life you want to lead. Probably my fault was the fact that I wanted him to change his behavior, like for example supporting me and setting boundaries when needed, but we've come to this point because we're not a good match. Sending you hugs. I am you if you stayed and married him. I'm currently untangling myself from that relationship. You did the right thing, and you will look back on this moment and be grateful to yourself for doing this difficult thing. Grieve that loss. It's totally okay. And be kind to yourself. Find support in your circle, branch out and find new interests you couldn't entertain before. You have so many possibilities in front of you. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I wholeheartedly wish you get out of this similar situation. I get emotional every 2 hours, I cry a lot, but I guess every day will be better than the previous one. Glad you could join us for another episode of Relationship Stories that'll make you feel all the feels. If these tales moved you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turning on notifications will ensure you never miss a beat of these heartwarming stories.